Yeah. It's the Friday vibe, the Hugo Smoke Show. No work on the horizon, let the good times flow. Grab a smoke, let's light it up. Stream the show, it's time to erupt. Kick back, unwind, let the laughter ring. Weekends calling, let's smoke and sing. Hugo Smokes is here, the party's alive. Join the fun, this is where we thrive. It's the Friday vibe, the Hugo Smoke Show. No work on the horizon, let the good times flow. Grab a smoke, let's light it up. Stream the show, it's time to erupt. Kick back, unwind, let the laughter ring. Weekends calling, let's smoke and sing. Hugo Smokes is here, the party's alive. Join the fun, this is where we thrive. Let the laughter ring. Weekends calling, let's smoke and sing. Hugo Smokes is here, the party's alive. Join the fun, this is where we thrive.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 71 of the TGIF show. I'm your host, Hugo Smokes. How's everybody doing this morning? Let's go ahead and take some roll call here before we get started. Man, it's a cloudy day today. I'm wearing sandals and my feet are cold. On YouTube, we already have Edgar Sarmiento. What's up, Edgar? Good morning, bro. What are you up to this morning? Just realized there's a bunch of ash here on my keyboard. But today I am smoking the 4 Kicks Capa Especial from Crown Heads. And this cigar, it's a crazy story. Like Crown Heads cigars, or I should say John Uber gets his inspiration from like other cigar lines, right? So like this one in particular came because Ernie Carrillo gifted him a cigar. I'm assuming it was like an unbanded cigar, and it looked like the Romeo y Julieta Águilas, which is a cigar that was discontinued in 1970. So he made a 5.5 by 50 Perfecto, which is this one here. You know, it doesn't feel like a 50. It feels like a 49, 48. I don't know why, but you know, that's what he names it. It's a Perfecto. So that's where he got the inspiration from for this cigar, and it's a Ecuador Sumatra wrapper over Nicaraguan binders and fillers. I think I had the Lancero in this one. A while back, and I remember it was pretty good. I think, you know, smoking it, I think it's kind of like similar, but yeah, overall, like, you know, for me, Crown Heads, they're a little bit more spicier, like up front, and then, you know, as they develop, they have like different profiles on the finish. So we'll see how this one treats us, but it's a nice looking cigar, though, to say the least. We got Crespin in the house. What's up, Crespin? And Edgar saying he's watching Bluey with the baby. Nice, nice. Yeah, man, it's a nice gloomy morning to be cuddled up with your newborn for sure. Um, I can't even see like past my gate. It's so cloudy, but it's perfect smoking weather in my opinion. Get some coffee. Oh damn. Man, that coffee definitely went the wrong way. What's up, Steven? Good morning, bro. What's up, Whittlebacks? How's it going? Let me know if you guys are smoking anything this morning. I find it kind of funny. Some people don't really like smoking in the morning. For me, it's like the best time to smoke. I mean, obviously, unless I'm going to work and stuff. And we got Matt in the house. What's up, Matt? Good morning, man. How you doing? um, Edgar saying a quiet morning here. Yeah, it's a slow start here, but we'll see how what develops. But these episodes are available on on replay, obviously, like forever. So usually that's when all the views get done, which is okay. People are busy sometimes. Like I said, I started this live just because I got this new job. So Fridays we don't work. So I always smoke a cigar in the morning, and I was like, let me just go live, see if I can manage this. And 71 episodes later, here I am in front of the camera with a slightly better microphone, slightly better camera. So just sharing my experience. Matt saying, watching the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse with my son, drinking some strong coffee. Nice. Is that do you grind your own beans? And how do you brew your coffee? Because I'm kind of like a coffee nerd. I usually like grinding my own beans. I love using the mocha pot. I think it's a perfect alternative to an espresso machine. If you know how to use the mocha pot, you'll get a very nice shot of espresso with even like some crema. So I think I had that discussion with one of our friends, James. He can't get that nice pour on that, or that pressure buildup on the mocha pot. So I give him some pointers. So hopefully he can enjoy himself a nice pour. Let's take a picture of this. And this weekend is a special weekend, man. We're celebrating a lot of birthdays in our cigar group. Um, we got Realm's birthday yesterday. Today's Shanika's birthday. Brian's birthday. Tomorrow's Ben's birthday. Man, bunch of Libras in the house. So happy birthday to all the brothers of the cigar community, and people that are gonna watch the show, and it's their birthdays also. So Whittlebacks is saying, nah, too early for me. Yeah, you see, some people don't really smoke in the morning. For me, it's like one of the best things to do. A coffee and a cigar, man. That's what Steven's saying. A morning smoke with coffee is one of the finest things in life. Yeah, it's especially like for me, like the house is empty right now. There's nobody here. It's quiet. You know, I get to obviously, I'm doing this live, so I get to conversate with you folks. But if I wasn't live, I get to just reflect reflect on life, reflect on this previous week, and things I need to work on, things I need to change, my accomplishments. Did I meet my goals? Stuff like that. JD's on Instagram. JD, what are you doing over there, bro? Get your butt over here on YouTube. um. Oh, speaking of Ben, happy birthday to you tomorrow, bro. We won't be live, but hopefully you have a great time tomorrow. Um. But yeah, so this cigar, it's a limited edition, and not this Wednesday, but the previous Wednesday, we were scheduled to do with the Stogie Society podcast limited edition smoke, and and this was one of the choices which I didn't get to. So had it in the dry box. I was like, let me just smoke it, like see how it goes. Just trying to get through like different cigars, um, and taking advantage of every opportunity that I have to try different cigars. Like the podcast helps because we smoke different cigars there. And for me, like, overall, the point is like to find cigars that I like, that I enjoy, so I can like stock up on those cigars. Little by little, the choices are getting smaller and smaller and smaller, which is good. Because then you know what to like, keep in stock. Um, once you run low and stuff like that. Also for aging purposes. So it's awesome to have a lot of opportunities for you to smoke um, from your collection, right? To try different stuff. I know Steven, man, he's good at that. Epicurean smokes, man. He's been like every cigar he's been smoking, he's been doing like a post like on Instagram, right? Short form content, just a quick description of the cigar, tasting notes. Sometimes he'll put like if he likes it or not or whatever. So just getting cigars out the way, and a lot of because a lot of the stuff you're probably not gonna like, or it's not gonna like have like a you won't want to repeat it. So, but we're all curious about cigars, right? Like you keep on hearing, hey man, this cigar, damn, it was so good. It hit my palate right, this and that, and then you get curious about it and you want to try it. Like, damn, I wonder if I'm gonna like it. So then you start, just amassing collections and stuff like that, and um, and then next thing you know, you have like four uh filled up humidors and stuff like that. So Matt's saying I have all kinds of coffee makers, but I keep it simple, regular coffee maker for the 8 hour dark roast with a little splash of hazelnut creamer. Nice. Awesome. I usually do medium roast or blonde. Um but a dark roast would be nice to experiment with some cigars just because it has like that toasty finish and stuff like that. It's smoky, right? So some of these cigars have like those notes. So um I always say like in pairings, you there's only two ways to go. One is to try to bring out notes that are already there, but they're kind of like um, very very light, just nuanced. And then the other route to go is a note that's not in the cigar, or vice versa on the drink, that you want to bring out, that you want to actually bring to the experience, right? So that takes a lot of experimenting and a lot of like trial and error. So I agree with the Epicurean smokes. Got the day to start off right. Yes, sir. Wish I can join up for a fun cigar. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Yeah, for me it was damn, was it last year or the beginning? It was either the beginning of the year this year or the beginning of the year last year. The top two. So I know how you feel, man. That dry socket, it ain't no fun. But hopefully you recover quick and you can join us for a smoke, man. Um, let's see who's joining here. Okay, so we got actually we got this here. We got JD in the house. And we got the other Matt. This is Matt with one T. This is one T Matt. Matt. Um, what's up, man? How you doing? Are you back? Are you back from your vacay, bro? And we got another new I got another new viewer here. Brian Beagle, what's up, man? I've seen you in some of the chats. Welcome, bro. Welcome. Thanks for joining. I listened to the show, but I have Skinny's new track on repeat. Oh, bro, he's a fool, man. He's a fool, man. I listened to it last night. Fucking Skinny, man. He's the goat. He's definitely the goat. Can't get enough of him. Yeah, Libra take over right now, bro, for sure. And Benzo saying, I love my coffee. I know one present my wife got me cold brewer. I got my eyes on the maca pot next. Yeah. Yeah, and make sure well, I don't know what the kit has, but Sober Cigars has a video over on Matt in the Morning on how to properly make or brew cold brew. So make sure you check that out. Mm. By the way, I believe you sent this one over, Peter, a while back. So thank you. I smoked the Lancero, I think on it might have been on Discord. Really enjoyed that one. This one's a little bit punchy for the morning, but we'll get through it. Thank you. Happy birthday, Benito. Thanks, Hugo. I'll smoke the AG Urbina for my birthday tomorrow. Nice choice. Hope you enjoy it, bro. So I got a couple thousand here to try. Can't make videos for all of them. Yeah, exactly, man. And I've been kind of following your footsteps as well. Just taking advantage of the how should I say this? The simplicity of just posting a reel, a post, right? I like going more towards like the reels. I think they're a little bit more engaging. They're a little bit more fun, at least for me to make. Um, and I don't know. I just like the way they look on your homepage. They're a little bit more aesthetic. But yeah, a post definitely goes a long way. Um, because sometimes we don't have time to film all these cigars, right? So So, hey Matt, it's Matt from Texas. Nice to meet you, bro. Nice. Matt, meet Matt. Spitting hot fire, he says. Driving back, driving home from work, the Tatuaje Kanju 2003 waiting for me. Nice. Haven't had the pleasure to try those cigars yet, but maybe in the future I'll pick a few up, see what's up with that. But let's get into some cigar news, huh? We have, let's see what we got here. Let me take off this comment real quick, and I actually forgot to. There we go. Got a little summary there so people can know what we're talking about. So Cali Cigars is over here on Instagram, and actually Brian Beagle just joined from Instagram. Okay, cool. So the Trinidad New World. And it's actually titled what Island Collection because it's a collab with Tommy Bahama. Uh Tommy Bahama is like a dad brand, right? It's it's not like a teenage brand. It's more of a dad thing. But cigar looks pretty good. It's got the secondary band with the Tommy Bahama logo and the foot band naming the Island Collection. So this is a new cigar from Altadis, and it's heading to stores October 6th. So that's coming out next week. Offered in 3 Vitolas, Robusto 5x52, a Toro 6x54, and a Gordo 6x60. Let's see if we can check out the makeup of this cigar. Usually they use like dark Brazilian wrappers on these cigars. At least like the spirituals that I've smoked before. You know, I didn't go to PCA this year, but I'm wondering if it was displayed there. So it doesn't say, but okay, here you go. It's a Nicaraguan puro, so entirely Nicaraguan tobacco, and it's made by AJ Fernandez. So you already know that if it's made by AJ, it's gonna be a little bit spicy, right? Because that's what AJ does. He does spice. So we got that cigar there. And you know, I haven't smoked other than the Trinidad Spiritus, many Altadis or General Cigars Trinidad's. So I don't know. Let me know if you guys, you know, enjoy those cigars. Oh, before I change the thing, I was, you know, browsing here last night, and this is Half Wheel, so you can comment on Half Wheel, right? And we go down here, so there's a comment here by Memetric saying that, um, you know, to summarize it, saying that the trends are over here on the West Coast. He's making fun of this collab because Tommy Bahama is like a dad brand and stuff like that. But you know, if you got time to read it, go ahead. And then I scrolled a little bit further down, and I see Tekafu. Tekafu is our homie from Cigars Daily. He says, I don't even smoke Trinidad's often, but I've got a fairly large Tommy Bahama collection. This excites me. That's funny, dude. So I'm definitely gonna clip this and tag Terrence on that video. That's awesome. Um, Up next we have the Weller by Cohiba, another Cuban brand that's distributed by General Cigars. Um, General Cigars, Altadis, you know, Well, this one is specifically from General Cigars, and I really don't smoke. I don't know. They just don't appeal to me. We're gonna have the first group review on the Stalking Society podcast, and it's actually gonna be a Cohiba Rubicon. So I hear a lot of good things about it. We'll see how it goes, and um, yeah, man. But there's some people that love the red dot, the blue dot. You know, for me in particular, I haven't smoked those, but I have smoked the Connecticut, and that definitely a cigar that I would revisit, especially with some age on it. It went well for me. Um, on Instagram, we got my cigar the day Angelito. He's like, "What's up, bro? I hope that all is well with you and the family. Thanks, man. Hope that everything is well with you as well. And thank you for joining us. A frequent listener to the podcast. He's on the East Coast. Vintage Villain also on Instagram 1132. What's up, bro? Good morning. So yeah, so we got the Weller 2025 Weller collab. So Weller's a bourbon whiskey, I believe. And this one looks like it's a 6x50 Toro. These cigars look really nice. This one, the Spectre, uh, the cigar wrapper looks phenomenal. But another cigar that doesn't really call my attention, and they're pretty pricey, man. Like this one's like right here, $30, $30. For a newer Cohiba. I don't know. And another thing, is it made to be paired with Weller? It's a collab with the bourbon. So let's see if we can see what the blend is. So it's saying here that there's some Weller. Oh, it's up here. Okay, here we go. On paper, the blend has been similar to the 2024 release, an Ecuadorian Sumatra seed wrapper over American broadleaf binder over fillers from the DR, Honduras, and Nicaragua. So it's gonna be another darker shade. There's no picture of it, but just based on the description, it's a darker shade for sure. We got JB in the house. What's up, JB? What are you smoking, bro? Vintage Villain is using some eye emojis. Looks like this might catch his attention. He's saying I like a spicy cigar for my nightcap before bed. Yeah, for me, a closer, definitely more medium to full throughout the day. Uh, for me, I prefer to start mild to medium, and build up. Sometimes I'll do the opposite though. I'll start medium, smoke a full cigar, and then I'll end with like a very nice Connecticut, or Habano that I know is like very, very clean. Like for example, a Cavalier White Label, even like Atabey, like a Martinique, But after like your palate's been cleansed, from your last cigar, like at least like a few hours. For me, you know, it works very well. I enjoy it. Or like even the Ferrotego Elegancia, that delivers really nice flavor profile. Mandela, Nick is joining us on Instagram as well. What's up, bro? Buenos dias, señor. He's associated with AG Cigars. Steven saying, "There goes your Tommy Bahama sponsorship, Hugo." Well, I am a dad, so it fits me. I'm just saying, like, I haven't seen any youngsters rock like Tommy Bahama? Is it a thing, or like is it more like of a dad brand? Um, I know that I had a cologne from them, and it was given to me as a gift from one of my birthdays. Smelled pretty good, like fresh, It was nice. But I'm not one to like explore their clothes catalog. Maybe I should. It looks like very tropical, right? Like if they have like a lot of like Hawaiian shirts, stuff like that. Um, so we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out. Yeah, Cigar Apostle. Yeah, and let me know if any of these cigars that I'm showcasing here, would intrigue you. Is it stuff that you would chase after, stuff like that. Next up, we have something a little bit more bougie. It's a Cuban Partagas, and it's gonna be a duty-free offering. Let me remove that. So it's a duty-free offering. It's to celebrate the 180th anniversary of the brand. That's amazing, man. That's almost 200 years. That's crazy. So obviously, this is a Cuban cigar, so it's a Cuban puro, and the size on this one is a 5 7/8 by 48 ring gauge. Some would call that a toro, because I know that, for example, there's some Dumbarton tobacco and and what crown heads that are like 6 by 48, and they call them toros. So, but since it's a Cuban cigar, they have special names. So this one's gonna be the Royales officially, and I guess unofficially it would be Dichosos, because that size is referred to that in the Cuban cigar factories. And it looks like it's gonna be classified as fuerte, which is strong. So they're uh on the strength scale is going to be like full bodied, I guess. Which Partagas for sure for me has been a little bit more on the full body side, and full body. I don't know about full strength, but full body for sure, like full flavor, um, very distinguishable flavor profile on the Partagas that I have smoked before. But yeah, so we got that available only at duty free locations. And look at that nice humidor, man. Humidor box. It's got the space here for the humidification. It's got two gauges here. I'm assuming one is temperature and one is humidity. But beautiful cigar, and it looks like it's a 10 count, 5 on each side. Uh, I was reading this yesterday, and it doesn't seem to have a price yet, or um, locations where they're going to be released. So, if you're one that travels, might want to check out that duty free section, because look at that. It's got the primary party gets banned, and it looks like it's modified to say aniversario, so anniversary, and then it's got the foot band. So this one's following previous duty-free releases, which include the Que d'Orsay Imperiales, the Trinidad Robusto Extra, and the Cohiba Vistosos. So that's pretty crazy. So let's see what people are saying over here. Same cologne gift from Tommy Bahama. Yeah, I think there's a blue one and a green one, and I want to say I had the green one. Opus X Perfection for Shanica's B Day, and because JD smokes them as a yard guard. Yeah, for sure. JB's one that doesn't miss Fuente Friday, so that's pretty cool. On Instagram, we got Street Race, Josephus, and the Cigar Pursuit joining us. What's up, man? Good morning. What's up, my beautiful people? Let us know what you're smoking. Uh, I didn't have this one in the lineup, but let's go ahead and click on it because this is, a an iconic place in Vegas, right? Casa Fuente in Vegas is closing its doors. Uh, October 19th will be their last day. So really quick, it's located inside a uh, a forum shop, so like a mall, I guess, at the Caesar's Palace, right? So there's like an outdoor patio, and then there's an indoor as well. The outdoor patio, I believe, is a lot bigger than the inside, as far as like smoking areas. So there's been a lot of complaints from the cigar smoke and stuff like that from from people. So their lease apparently is coming to an end, so they decided not to renew the lease. I've never been there myself, unfortunately, but I know that Steven's gonna go visit. Um, Steven's gonna go visit that in the next couple weeks before they close. So that's awesome. I'm really happy for him, and hopefully he's able to record some footage there so we can appreciate it. So yeah, so if you're if you got the time to go visit the uh the lounge there, uh make it a thing because they're gonna be gone. So there's no say if they're gonna be reopening somewhere else or nothing like that yet. But if I know Carlitos, I have a feeling that he will, and hopefully I'm right. So hey, we got Randall in the house. What's up, Randall? Working in the office today, dropping in to support while I can. Nice, bro. Thanks, appreciate it, bro. Do we know what Cuban cigars AG is working on? Nope. I don't think he's working on any Cuban cigars. Actually, he's mostly concentrating on uh on cigars for overseas, like kind of like the Robina deal and stuff like that. If you saw my latest drop on Instagram, it's a little short robusto. So that's kind of like it's a sample of a new cigar that he was making for the Asian market, but the real size is a double Corona, and he made those like little short perfectos because it's like half or short robustos. So this is really good, man. It was really good. I could imagine the double perfecto or the double Corona is amazing. Epicure 868 on Instagram is asking what I'm smoking. I'm smoking the Crown Hits Capa Especial 2021. Little Sumatra wrapper over Nicaraguan binders and fillers. Partagas Royales will probably be human purchase only. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Definitely box purchase only, and I don't who knows how much those things are going to be worth. But we'll definitely keep an eye out on them. We got Sips and Six in the house. What's up, bro? Good morning. Man, why you always gotta throw shade, bro? He's not even in here. But we said happy birthday to all the birthday boys, so it's kind of dedicated to him. See what do we got here? Brian Beagle saying lame everywhere in Vegas is smoky. Yep, that's true. But again, I've never been there. I don't know if they're exaggerating. They probably are because they're not cigar smokers. you know, and some people actually like the aromas that come off of the burn, right? I know like my girl, if it's a nice aroma, she's like, oh man, that smells good. But some people just they just associate cigars with cigarettes too much, and it's not the same thing. It's totally different. So I don't know. Edgar saying that it's raining by Santa Monica. Oh wow, I wouldn't be surprised if it starts raining here, man. But yeah, moving on. Let's go over this list. That let's see, where is it at? Blah 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 blah. Where are you at? Where are you at? Okay, this one's done. That one's done as well. And where you at, bro? Where you at? Oh, here we go. Okay, so before we forget about this one, I want to go over this list. So it's top scoring cigars for August for Cigar Aficionado. Literally just released September 30th. I already see a Cuban in there and some other stuff. So let's see what they rated these cigars. So first off, we have the Padron 1926. Uh, I don't know what size it is. Let's see, does it say? No, 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 no. But this cigar debuted 2002 to honor Jose Padron's 71st birthday. So this one got a whopping 94 points. So an A from Cigar Aficionado. Not sure if it's uh, the doesn't say if it's the Maduro or the natural, but from the picture it looks like the natural. I don't know. So that's pretty crazy, man. So for me, Padron is like super like full body, full strength for sure. Nicaraguan puro for sure. And next up, tying the 94 score is the Viaje 15 plus 2.5 series. What? 15 plus 2.5 anniversary silver. What the heck is that? 15 plus 2, 17. So 17 and a half years from the Viaje brand. That's crazy. So this one, let me see what it's saying. It's saying Criollo, and so it's a all Nicaraguan blend and cream Criollo over this leaf. So it's another Nicaraguan puro, 94 points as well. Fairly priced cigar, and 1632. And a quick some quick tasting notes here is gingerbread, nuts, and caramel. Hints of candied orange peel, nutmeg, and buttercream finish. Man, that sounds pretty good, actually, right? I have only tried one Viaje, the Viaje Sour Bomba. Man, that thing's a Nicaraguan puro. It really is a bomba to your palate. It was pretty strong. Take a picture of this. Hey, what's up with my camera? It's not working or what? So that's the number two. So next we have at 93 points the new the new Bolivar gold medal. Um, obviously a Cuban puro, so all Cuban tobacco in there, and it's priced at 45 euros, which if you do the math, it's like 25% more for dollars. So about 60 bucks, about $60 MSRP on a single. I've had that one. It was too tight of a draw. I stabbed it with my perfect draw. But I hear that the old branding is a lot better than the new branding. So I haven't got my hands on the older one. So that got 93 points. Um, just for construction itself, I wouldn't even have given it an A score, to be honest with you. Just to be fair, just on the one I had, it would have been more like in the low 80s. But it is what it is. Next, they have at 93 points the Camacho Corojo Churchill, a $10 cigar. Wow, $10 cigar competing with the top, top four? That's crazy. And fun fact, I never smoked a Camacho in my life. I don't know. It just the bands are very like, I don't know. They just don't catch my attention. They're too big. Let's see. What is it saying here? This one's saying that it's got the notes of sweet molasses along with elements of chocolate covered peanut and candied orange peel. All right. I haven't tried this one, but let me know if you guys have smoked this one. Next up at 93 points as well, tying with that Camacho, is The Leaf by Oscar Corojo Lancero. I had no idea that there was a Leaf Lancero. You guys know I'm a sucker for Lanceros, but damn. Let me say that the Broadleaf 2025 was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty good. I've had the regular Oscar, and that thing knocked me on my ass. At least the Toro did. The Corona was a little bit better for me. Um, so this one's the Honduran Puro, and it's saying that it's got sweet nutty smoke. Some people call it marzipan, and notations of black pepper, roasted coffee, and chocolate covered raisin. I can see that for this cigar. It's for experiencing the 2025. It was a little bit more on the darker kind of like notes, chocolate, coffee, stuff like that, some earth, and then it got a little bit of like a roasted nuttiness. So yeah. So at 1165, could try one or two. And next up is another Partagas at 93 points as well. Man, these cigars tight for points. So this is I think this was released early this year. Linea Maestra, a new line for Partagas. They had a 3-count little coffin with each of their vitolas. And this one here is the Origen. Doesn't have the size on it, but it's a 109 style cap. And let's see. It's saying that the tasting notes are toasted almond, marzipan, cafe, some fucking French word, au light. I don't know what that means, with a bit of red pepper zest. So for people that think that Cubans don't have a spice, this one's saying it's got red pepper, man. So There you go. 66 euros. So that would be about 80, 85 bucks right there for this one. It's a pricey sucker, huh? Let's see what the people are saying over here before we continue. I just tried that you were buying a short. So Tasty, he just sent me a small box of. Oh yeah, I saw that, man. Nice. Hell yeah. So a little drizzle is saying, don't bring the rain to the IE for sure. Buenos dias. What's up, Julio? I would love some Padron recommendations to have in my box. I never tried a one. Can I get some DMs to my IG with some recommendations? Feed pics. I'll send you some nudes, bro. So in general, you know, some people are split between the 26 and the 64 series, and even further split between the natural and the Maduro, which I think the Maduro kind of wins over that. But yeah, so that's that on that series, and then on the 1,000 series, I think whatever you can get, but they should be pretty aged because if you smoke them like new, like I hear they're like very very strong, very very punchy. Can't control the weather. And Steven's saying that the Party Origen is very good. Man, nice, bro. I did see that one in the Casa de Lavano humidor down there in Tijuana, but I was like, fuck, I don't know if I want to buy this one at 80 bucks, but maybe on another visit. Cafe Ole. Sure. All right, moving on, moving on. We got a, I guess, legacy brand here. San Cristobal Revelation at 93 points as well. This one's made by my father, distributed by Ashton and Holtz. So Ecuadorian Sumatra, and the sun grown blend. It's a lower priming on the tobacco plant, meaning it gets less direct sunlight. So it's saying that it results in less strength. And the flavor notes on this thing is saying gingerbread and the chocolate and espresso. I've had the Elegancia. I enjoyed it. I think it was one of the most creamiest Connecticut's I've had. It's pretty good. Recommend that one. Uh, but I do have a Ovation, Revelation, and Papagayo or something like that to try. So we'll see how those go. Oh man, look at this beauty with 92 points. The Cohiba Lancero. I've had the pleasure to smoke one of these cigars in my life. Phenomenal smoke. Really expensive cigar nowadays. Based on this post, it's saying that it's 89 bucks. So if you add 25% on that, it would be about 20 something dollars, $22. So you're looking at around 110, $115 for this cigar. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Um, and it's saying that you should get it's creamy with floral, nutty impressions, with some woodiness, orange, hay, and graham cracker notes. Yeah, definitely, definitely a very nice experience if you ever get to try the cigar, man, or if you ever have the opportunity to even buy the cigar. If you see it, just buy it. Definitely, definitely the more probably the most like exquisite luxury Lancero I've smoked, bro. It's so good. And tying with that one is a Ilusione. What's this one called? Original Documents Habano Lancero, another Lancero at 92 points, and this one's 1250, a fraction of the price of that Cohiba. Um, so this one's made by tobaccos from Aganorsa and made by AJ Fernandez. This one features a Nicaraguan Habano wrapper, and I'm assuming it's Nicaraguan binder and filler because that's what AJ does, right? And for this one, you should get nutty layered with dried fruits such as fig and dates, and it's got a molasses sweet finish on it. So that's pretty cool. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Ole. Okay. Ole. Ole. What's up, Hound Dog? So they titled it a dozen delightful cigars you need to try it right now. So I said it's a delightful dozen. So yeah. Oh, look at here. We have a My Father Le Bijou 1922 Churchill at 92 points. Um don't smoke a lot of my father's, especially like the old offerings in the catalog, but like the new one, the blue I already smoked. By the way, that was courtesy of Hound Dog. Thank you, Hound Dog. I really enjoyed that cigar. I have smoked the Le Bijou before. I like it. I think for me, it's a cigar worth revisiting, and I do have a few more. Being a fan of the smaller, longer ring gauge cigars, I think they have like a Laguito anniversary edition of the Le Bijou, which I would want to try someday. Or actually, I think they have two versions, like a Lancero and then a Laguito or Longsdale, something like that. So I would definitely want to try this one in that Vitola. And this one definitely, gives you a a complex combination of leather, caramel, molasses with some black pepper. Yeah, that's definitely my father profile right there. But for me, it's a little bit more palatable than other my father offerings, in my opinion. And next, they have the San Luis Rey Carenas Toro. This is a Honduran broadleaf with Honduran filler. Actually, wait, sandwich between the Nicaraguan wrapper and Honduran filler is a broadleaf binder. Okay, so the binder's broadleaf, the wrapper's Nicaraguan, and the filler's Honduran. Cool. I haven't had any San Luis Reyes actually. Probably the first one we're gonna smoke is or I'm gonna smoke is the Tekafu, the Terrence special. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, this one's 92 points as well, and it's only 1044. So, you can I think I can spend 10 bucks to try this one. Excuse me. And this one's got some sweet and spicy elements of gingerbread, pepper, and cinnamon. Sounds pretty good, actually. Gingerbread and cinnamon with some pepper. This one I've heard some pretty good things about, man. The Tatuaje Black. And this one in particular is a Petite Lancero. I know they have I want to say, shoot, Corona or a short Robusto. I know I have one. I ordered two actually recently, so should be trying it soon. And at 850, right? Can't go wrong with that. Um, and it's saying you should get marshmallow, graham cracker, chocolate, and chocolate combination for the perfect s'mores effect, and also some oak and nuttiness. So that sounds actually pretty good. I'm excited to try that one now. So I should be smoking it soon. Not sure if I'll do a full review. I know I have a short one, so whatever size that is. But yeah. So yeah, that's it. That was number 12 there. So that's the what are we doing here? That's the delightful dozen there from Cigar Aficionado. So cigars that they recommend you have in your portfolio. This one here I didn't want to talk about. Casa Fuente we already talked about. And okay, there's one more. Actually, there's two more. So this one I really want to talk about because it's kind of like a new program. So let's actually share this one. Let's share this one. Let's share that. And actually want to do this. Okay. So this here is a new venture that PCA is getting into. So we all know, the TAA edition cigars, which stand for Tobacconists Association of America, right? So I guess you can see those as like store exclusives. They're offered to special retailers that are part of the TAA association. So PCA is kind of like doing something like that, where they're gonna offer PCA exclusives to certain retailers. So I think this is the first cigar that they're gonna be releasing, um, and it is made by CLE, which is the Eroa brothers, right? So it's gonna be the CLE. I don't really like the packaging. But then again, CLE uses this type of packaging, right? So maybe that's why they decided to go with it. But it's just too big. So they're gonna be offering three different offerings. Um, they're gonna have the same binder and filler, so Honduran binder and fillers, a mix of fillers from Colombia and Honduras, and then they're gonna have different wrappers. So they're gonna have one uh, Habano from Honduras, Cameroon from Honduras, and and a San Andres from Mexico. And these cigars are not like cheap. All the TAAs I've seen are they're priced like at least like at $20. Like some of them include the Plasencia Fuego, the Ferio Tego TAA, to name a few. So this one's not very far from that pricing. So it's 1946. It's a box of 10. So it's the PCA exclusive for 2025. I don't know. Hopefully they're available as singles. Maybe try one or two, um, and see how you like it. But yeah, that's a new project there from PCA. Steven saying total ripoff. What's up, Brian? Good morning, bro. CLE is Christian Eroa. Okay, so yeah, Christian Eroa. I thought CLE was Buddhist. That's funny, but um, Sober Cigars is saying the Ferro Tego TA is my favorite. Timeless, nice. I haven't tried that one yet, bro. Awesome. And the last release is this one here is the Mil Dias Dedos. How do you pronounce that, Edgar? Is it like the what's that fucking movie? Part Duh. So it's 2025 Mil Dias. As you can see, it's new branding. And again, this guy takes the inspiration from other cigars. So this one in particular is a Hoyo de Monterrey, Hoyo Deducts or Deduh, however you want to say it. So translation of Deduct is of the gods. That cigar was discontinued in 2024. So that's a new Mil Dias for 2025. Again, you know, Mil Dias is a flagship um brand or a flagship line, you know, for crown heads. They have the regular, and then they had the Maduro, which was released last year. The one that came with extra oils on the wrapper, something like that. Um, so they have the Mil Dias Habano and the Mil Dias Maduros, both in a 6.5 by 42 Vitola. That's a nice Vitola. That sounds pretty good, actually. It's like almost like a Corona Larga. And again, you know, it's a typical pricing on these for Crown Heads 1150. Production is limited to 1,500 boxes of 12 cigars. Another not so common cigar count there for Crown Heads. And these should be shipping soon. So the Maduro uses a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, and the Natural uses an Ecuadorian Habano binder. And fillers from Condega, Jalapa, and Ometepe, which are the regions of Nicaragua. And we all know that, right? So that is what we got. They do. They do. Thank you, Stephen. They do. The Mil Dias, they do. They do. They do smoke. And I'm almost done with this Crown Heads Capa Especial. So overall, not a morning cigar, especially for me. I think it's a little bit medium plus, somewhere medium full. The retrohales thing has been kind of like increasing and decreasing, just from what I remember here. It does have like an underlying little sweet note, uh, like little, almost like because it's got some spice. So I guess you can say like kind of like a gingerbread, but it's very faint on the background, especially on the finish, and it's got that typical Mil Diaz oaky, spicy finish. Um, at least that's what I get on Mil Diaz. For me, I think that John Hoover blends a little bit spicy, and yeah, that's my take on Crown Heads. I'm thinking if he makes a Connecticut, I don't think so, huh? He should make a Connecticut. See how it's probably gonna be as spicy as hell Connecticut. But yeah, man. So tomorrow I am dropping the last video for Avowed series, which is gonna be the Vow 6.29. And for next week, I think I'm gonna prepare a at least one Cuban review. Let's see what I got here. Let's see if I have any ready to go. Let's see. I have. Oh yeah. Okay. So I have the Bolivar Royal Corona ready to go. So I should be dropping that, and it looks like I have the AJ Fernandez Desenio ready to go too. I just need to upload them. They're edited. They're ready to go. So I have that. I think I dropped El Pulpo already. Yep, I dropped that one already. So yeah, and then the Val's coming tomorrow, and then I have did I smoke another Cuban? As far as Cubans, just like raw footage, I have the Partagas Series D, and I have the Cohiba Siglo 6. Yep. So gonna give those priority and get those edited so I can drop them at least like once a week, because I really wanna build that Cuban list for the end of the year. I'll try to get as many Cubans as I can here in 2025. More like mid DS. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a $10 cigar, man. Like, what are you gonna again, from my experience, visiting cigar humidors, cigar lounges, like the the preference of most cigar smokers, that I've seen is like definitely medium to full, and more like on the full body. Like they like the spice, they like the punch, they like this and that. Here in America, you go to you go to other countries, and it's not like that. Again, for them to smoke a cigar is literally a Cuban cigar. For them, New Worlds is like, what are those? They don't know. They're slowly going into Europe, slowly going into South America, but that's all they know. And again, they don't, for the same reason, they're not very they're like periodic smokers. They don't smoke a cigar a day like we do. Two cigars a day. It's unheard of. You know what I mean? They smoke like one cigar every 2 weeks. Some people every month. Because those cigars are pricey for them, at least. But in my opinion, for the most part, I would say like at least 90% of the Cuban cigars that you're gonna try, you're gonna be like, oh, this cigar is really good. As opposed to like New World stuff, it's gonna be a lot less than that, like 40, 50% maybe, from my experience, or even less than that. I don't know. But yeah, so that's all I have for episode 71. I thank you guys for joining. Simpson Six saying Camacho series, I'll sponsor it. Bro, I don't know, man. Maybe for 2026, we'll see. I don't plan on spending a lot of money next year on cigars. I'm gonna recuperate from this big expense I have in December. So plus got my daughter's sweet 16, so we gotta see what's going on with that. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I'll think about it. What's up, Texas compa? What's up? You're late. Hey, I hope she didn't say that. But anyway, thank you guys for joining. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.
Thanks for tuning in today. Hope you had some fun and smoked a great cigar. Let's keep the good vibes going all weekend long.
Who Hugo Smokers is out, gonna let the day begin. Don't forget to sub and like to always bring you cheer. Hugo Smokes is out, gonna let the day begin. Don't forget to sub and like to always bring you cheer.
Thanks for tuning in today. Hope you had some fun and smoked a great cigar. Let's keep the good vibes going all weekend long.
Hugo Smokers is out, gonna let the day begin. Don't forget to sub and like to always bring you cheer.